Okie dokie. How is everyone doing today? So we are on our second video, second week of working on this thing. I have to get down to the inspection plate underneath that, so I gotta take all that stuff off. I went through that in video one. I also went ahead and ordered a set of injectors. These are probably fine if they're rebuilt, but the only shop out here that will rebuild them and flow test them properly wants like $100 per. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to hold on to them and maybe rebuild them on my own time with a proper kit. But for now, I'm just going to get some cheapy Amazon special ones and get the car back up and running. So yeah, today we're going to take out the battery trays so I can get underneath and remove that panel, flatten it, put it back on. Then we're gonna do oil pan and maybe transmission if all the stuff gets here. It's also really cold. Last week it was like 20 degrees. This week it's like 7 Celsius. So chilly. But yeah, let's just dig on into it. So in the last video, I kind of loosely went over what all I'm doing. But yeah, it's literally just trying to get this thing to stop leaking. I've been told by some people that if you take off these two panels, you have enough access to get to that side panel, which is the primary goal today. If I can get that done, I'll be able to do the oil pan gasket, and then I can just fill it back up with oil. I'm still waiting for the transmission filter and gasket, and then the oil and fuel filters that all need to go in here. So yeah. But yeah, I can start hacking away at this, get into the spot that I need to get into. This is gonna be a headache. So, time lapse. Okay, gonna go at a weird angle. So that round piece behind this bracket is the cover I'm trying to get off. Let's see if I can point at it. This thing right here. Oh, right up here. It's really hard to point at, but that big round piece of metal back here. And that's the bolt I need to take off. So I think I'm going to take this bracket off. And then with the bracket off, I should be able to get access and then pull that bolt all the way out and pull the whole thing off. So that's... Oop. Oh my God. That's why I can't really record what I'm doing.
5 minutes later.
So, where'd I put the first one? There it is. They have little gaskets on them because it's a panel that holds the oil in the engine. So the bolts have to have little gaskets, which I think I have replacements of. Oh, the plate just fell off. Would you look at that? Crunched. The plate itself maybe has a little bit of a bow in it, but nothing too crazy. There's the 2 bolt holes. I think the bolts are what we're leaking. But I'm gonna give this a really good cleanup and then find the gasket for it and then reinstall it. That's all it is. That's the source of most of my problems. Okay, I'll be back. There we go. So I have the gasket, and I do have the right gasket, but it's going to be really difficult to get it to stick. So I have some gasket maker. I'm going to put some gasket maker on there just to hold it in place so I can get it on the engine without pinching it weird. So let me get that figured out. So for this gasket, I am literally just going to put a little bit of this is ultra gray Permatex. It's really cold, so it doesn't want to go down the tube. I might have to warm this up first. Maybe I just need a bigger hole. Yeah, just needed a bigger hole. So I'm not using this to actually seal, although it won't hurt having a bit of a smear in there. There we go. Yeah, otherwise, if I didn't do this, I'd try and get it on probably a dozen times and fail every time. So, it's got that little kink there. Get that in the little channel. Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure this stuff, you're supposed to let it sit up for a little bit. Clean and dry. I cleaned it with some sensor clean, which is like a brake clean kind of stuff. And then cut and apply. Okay, that's for like a straight, without using any other gasket. Just like using this as the gasket, but replace cap after use, not recommended on head gaskets. Okay. Yeah, should be good. Give it a second or two to set up. I've also already put the new, there's a little green washer or green O-ring on there. So that's for the bolts so that they don't leak. And that should be good. Just gonna press it in a little bit more so it doesn't shift. I also cleaned up the surface. I checked it with the phone camera to make sure that it was all good. So I think I'll get it in and try and hold it in place with one hand and grab a bolt and bolt it up. All right. Oh, I think I got it. Oh. Okay, finger tight. Now I need the extension wherever it went. Extension with the 10. I really need like a tray that I can set all my stuff in, but I'm too disorganized for that. Maybe once I have a garage. I'm kind of just tightening it by hand. I'm sure it's like 18 foot-pounds or something like that, because they're only 10 mils and it's a sensitive piece of metal. Ugh. This should be good, but I'm going to double check. Before I do that, I will show you guys. So, underneath the injection pump, and ta-da! There it is. Both bolts in and like pretty finger tight. But yeah, I'll look up the torque spec and make sure I get it 100% because I do not want that leaking. And if it lasted 200,000 K, yeah, hopefully it'll last another 200. Yeah, that's where the bracket goes, and then it bolts up to the bottom of the pump right there. So I got to put that back in. But I won't bore you with that. I think I'll come back and show you guys the oil pan. It's been a few more days. It's just been absolute garbage weather, and being busy taking care of my wife and doing some other stuff. So making progress though. I got the fuel filter on. I got the side panel on and tightened. I need to go underneath and pull the pan today. I'll just bring you guys in. So let's get some light in here. So these are all the bolts I was undoing. 3 there, and then they go all the way down there, all the way to the front. And then these ones here, and then all the way down. But on this side, there's a subframe and a differential and so much crap in the way. So luckily, I put my wrench in there and got them all out. So I gotta pry this off, and then I'll clean it up and start with the RTV. So after getting all those little stupid bolts out, the oil pan's kind of just stuck to the top. After looking at it, I don't think I even need to do it, but it's a little late for that. So I gotta get a pry bar. I left my pry bar at my buddy's place. So I'm gonna go pick that up and come back and attack that tomorrow. Because yeah, that pan is not coming off easy. So for the next little bit, I think I'm gonna wash out the radiator. Okay, so we got the radiator. Oh. That is not a light radiator. All right. I need a pry bar or some kind of prying tool. I don't know where all my flatheads went, but I only have 1 or 2 and they are not the right ones. So I'm gonna grab my pry bar. I'll take care of the oil pan. I'll take off the oil pan, clean it up, put it back on, and then I can just start reassembly after that. And then down the line, I'll do the transmission flush and everything. I have everything I need to do it, so I just need to do it. But first things first, get this back and operational. The turbo, I have new lines, or new intercooler piping. They're soft lines, but I have new intercooler piping coming. I'll put all that on as well. Hopefully that'll be here before the end of the week. I'm headed to Edmonton. My wife has a author signing, so I'm gonna go to Edmonton for a couple days. I'm hoping to have this done and running before Edmonton, but we'll see. It's a lot still. Big project, but yeah. So we'll start this up again tomorrow. I am at John's place. This right here is the OEM wastegate actuator. So now that I have, I have this one. So now that I have this one, I need to get it so that I can mount it to the right height so that it can properly actuate the wastegate. So I think what I'm gonna do is get a flat piece of metal and maybe bend an angle up on one side, and yeah, just copy the mounting holes on this one. I'm probably gonna just go flat out. I know this is angled up, but that's because the way the head is sticking out. On this one, it just bolts straight to that. So I think I'll be able to get away with a flat piece of metal, but I will put an angle on it because this will be pulling up and down under boost. So we'll get a good time lapse in here. Rod has to go through as well. Backwards, nylock. These nuts. No, no hammer. So yeah, that I bent it. That's why I was hammering. Cooning. Yeah, so that's, I bent it because it's going to be pushing. So instead of having flex, it has bonk. Sweet. I'm going to, oh, they're not even nylock. They're just like metal lock.
Yeah.
Turbo stuff. I'm just going to clean it up.
Yes.
Shiny bracket. Ooh. Ah. I didn't get started till late today, so I'm just doing a couple of the bolt-on things. So the wastegate with the new bracket, painted it white. Still didn't tighten it, but it's there. I was about to install the new injectors, but if you can see that there is a copper washer, and I'm trying to get that out. I have no idea. I'm just trying to go at it with a pick. Trying to go at it with a pick to try and get it out, but they all seem pretty stuck in there. So I'm gonna continue with that. Not gonna film too much today because it's already getting dark out. So just trying to get a head start on tomorrow, and then I'll pull the pan and hopefully button it up. As I was editing this video, I decided to cut it here. Just a sheer size of this video is huge. So the next video will come out very shortly. I have it all filmed and we're good to go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you next time.